Hello, just listen to this Showere. Listen to wetin Showere talk. You know, say this man, na confirmed freedom fighter, na activist, original one. You know, they look tribe, you know, they look anybody face. Listen to wetin Showere talk. You know whether na true or been a lie.
We need to arm ourselves. What did Nnamdi Kanu do? Set up an ESN to arm their own people, to protect them against their own enemies. What did you put him? We took him, tried him. Yoruba prosecutors, Yoruba judge, because you Yoruba like to distance yourself from problem. And then you carry him and put him in Hausa jail because he set up a system to protect his own people. Is that not part of the right to have self-determination? But most of you that supported the injustice against Nnamdi Kanu are saying are Yoruba intellectuals on Twitter. You are saying it is hard to die. It's not me every day because I fight for him. Yoruba people mostly. And I'm not blaming Yorubas in general before they start saying that, oh, you should rest there, it's about killing Yoruba people. No. I am just saying that you should search your conscience as to the reason why you are in the situation that you are in. The president of the country, whether he's a Muslim or not, is a Yoruba man. And we are here still blaming Fulani. Is Tinubu Fulani? This guy is from Lagos here. You know, I think Governor will say some of our leaders are not from Nigeria. It is true. But Tinubu, at least, is from Nigeria. So why is it that he doesn't care about Nigeria? Yes, you can say it. But the question is that how can you be from a place that doesn't even exist? The Nigeria we're all shouting about is the creation of some British guys. It's a supermarket that was created as a business in 1901 by the Niger Royal Company. That is the name of the company that created. I want to thank the police officer here. He has given a good account of himself. But as you can see, he's not wearing a uniform. Because in the course of their withdrawal from VIPs, they have transformed themselves into civilians. So that you won't find out that they are still doing VIP protection. Please put back your uniform so that we can account for. So thank you very much. And thank you so much, Justice, for bringing us. And Commander Olawi, he told you that he didn't want to tell you how he knew me. It was actually in 2021, I think, they invited and wanted to detain him for revealing that he knows people who are in Boko Haram. And at that time, I was sharing power with Buhari in Abuja. So they invited him to the military headquarters and they wanted to detain him. And I sent a message to the chief of army staff that if you detain him, we will invade the military headquarters. And as a result, he was not detained. It's not but the most important thing we have to deal with today, because they've given very brilliant account of themselves, including professors, there's nothing else to ask, except that when we talk about security in Nigeria, the question I ask, and you should ask yourself, is who has the right of safety? That's the biggest question. And the moment you answer that question, you understand why there's no security. And it's that safety and security is not meant for Nigerians as a whole. It's meant for a tiny 1% of people in power and in government and in the business community. The rest of you are just audience in the security business. So the Nigerian police has 350,000 members on paper. But as you know, I do my research. They only have 210,000 of them that are actually working right now because most of them are traveling abroad but still collecting salary. And out of that 210,000 police officers that are left, about 110,000 of them are protecting VIPs. So you have only about 100,000 policemen left for 230 million people. That is why when they introduced their last withdrawal from VIP, I was laughing because I know there's no way you can withdraw police from VIP. The only unfortunate VIPs, most policemen will be withdrawn, those who have not renewed their license protection. In doing this, the IGP illegal, as I call it, will be smiling to the back because everybody will run back and tell God, please, this is Christmas period. And the criminals that they created are waiting for them anyway during the Christmas season. And the other thing you must understand is that insecurity or security happen as a result of two things that people don't discuss. One in Nigeria is as a result of intentional crime. But the most important insecurity we are faced with happens as a result of insecurity that is driven by structural problems. And when you talk about structural problems, forget about who you want to blame for what is happening in Nigeria. The biggest problem in Nigeria is that we have intentionally designed this country not to be protected because of the intention of those in power not to protect Nigeria. And let me tell you, most people don't know that Nigerian leaders, because of their inability to govern any territory, like small territories. Because that's the way you can impress. If you are supposed to govern the entire Lagos, you don't start governing Ikeja. And so to the world I say, but what happens to Ikorodu? What happens to the other parts of Lagos? That is what has happened with regards to how Nigeria has been left in the hands of these structural criminals. And they are aided and abetted by the official criminals who are in uniform as security agencies in this country. There is a warning show, I would say, or report on Sahara Reporters about a general in the army who was kicked out. His name is Ali Kefi. He has revealed, and most of you have attention deficit disorder, you can't read anymore. I don't blame you, there's too much to read. Go and read just what this guy has been throwing out in the last 4 or 5 days. You will be shocked. The Nigerian security system is aware of where all the big criminals are. He revealed that for 8 or more years, Shekau was living at a place in Sambisa Forest that is known to all the military officers in the country. How is it that they are bombing even villages of people who are not involved, but they cannot bomb where Shekau is? Because the insecurity system is big business. And this is why I'm not one of the people who is very quick to blame the Fulani man. Because it's not the Fulanis alone that are into crime. We only do what lawyers call alibi. We always want to blame somebody or give an excuse for all our failures. At the time, it was Niger Delta militants that were problems. Now it has moved up north. But you should ask yourself, why is the Fulani man succinctly having the ability to commit crime at the rate at which they are coming, apart from knives, is economic. Beef, meat that you are eating is a $30 billion industry for the Fulani man. And there's none of you, particularly Yoruba people, there's nothing you don't eat as part of the body of a cow. The Yorubas are the only people who I know who eat everything in the body of a cow, except the sheep. Even the sheep, they eat through, what is that thing they call towel? Shaki. There's no way you eat shaki without eating sheep now. Because that is where sheep is domiciled inside the body of the cow. Nose, you eat, bogoto, leg, yash, everything you eat. Where does your money go to? It's Fulani man who owns the cow. I once stopped on my way from Taraba. It's not funny. So Adama, when I ran in 2018, and I stopped by a Fulani man, I spoke to him on the road. The man said he has with his child over 40 million naira in that crowd, and they have some 1,000 cows following him. I said to him, why would you carry 40 million naira? Would you want to put in a bank? He said, the banker is a thief. I don't want them to take my money. I said, so what do we do for you to solve this policy? Give me a hydroponic place to put my cows. I will stay. I don't like walking around. But nobody's doing that. The question is ingenuity and the capacity of leaders to think appropriately to solve 90% of our problems. But we don't want to solve our problems. We like to romanticize our problems. That is why every time we're always looking for somebody to blame. And when we finish looking for somebody to blame, then we are looking for somebody to help us. That is what brought us to Trump. Trump is coming over. It's coming. And I asked them 2 weeks ago in Lagos, what if Trump doesn't come? What happens? And Trump still hasn't come. Just like Jesus Christ hasn't come back. And you guys are expecting Jesus Christ to come and fix electricity. And Jesus hasn't come back in 2,000 years. And now you're expecting Trump to come and help you fix the problem of Boko Haram. Trump is not going to come because America doesn't help in places where it cannot benefit. I lived in America for 20 years. And all the problems they have in the world, America created most of the problems. Everywhere America intervenes in the world, they are still in the hands of the people they said they want to save them from. Go and talk about Afghanistan. Who is in charge of Afghanistan? Taliban. Go and talk about Libya that they broke apart. Where's the problem from? Small arms. Libya. Go and ask what they did in Syria. The guy who is president of Syria used to be, we had bounties of $10 million placed on his head. And he's now the president playing basketball with CENTCOM directors in America. That's the highest military command in the US. So foolishly, he expected America to come and save you. And when that salvation don't come, they start looking in the sky all the time. So we have a problem as a people that we are always running away from our problems because we don't want to solve them. And those of us who want to